Yeah, so my name is Adeyinka Adegoke. That's the full name. And Ade means crown, Yinka means to envelope or surround, and Goke means to ascend, you know. So that's the meaning of my name. Adeyinka means I'm surrounded by crowns. So it depends on the type of crowns that I want, crowns of wealth, crowns of peace, crowns of prosperity, crowns of, you know, joy. So I'm surrounded by those crowns. And my crown is going to be elevated. That's the last name means Adegoke. Goke means to go up like you're climbing a ladder to ascend, you know, to prosper. And that's the meaning of my name. I'm originally from Nigeria, and I came here to the United States 2010, August 16, 2010, for on a full scholarship for a doctorate degree in chemical engineering. I used to be a chemical engineer, petroleum engineer. But right now, I just do entrepreneurship, which is what I love to do. And yeah, I'm right here in the city of Houston, in the state of Texas, and I'm also an American citizen, so I'm Nigerian American. And I'm the CEO of Melanin People, and Melanin People connect people of color from all over the world. And our goal is in social economics. And the reason why I created this platform is to more consciously and more intentionally support people of color, whether it be from the Caribbean, from the UK, from Europe, from Africa. And you would know the population of Africa is immense, and Africa is an emerging market for technology. And you know what? We have a lot of creatives, original creatives with originality that I think that the world needs to know. And while we know these people, it's important for us to also acknowledge the professional acumen of people of color all over the world. Most importantly, for the younger generations coming in, to have an historical database of people that are before them that have done immensely well, that are doing immensely great at the moment, and be able to look at their timelines and stories on the platform and think to themselves, I can also do this or be better than this. That is a summary of the melanin people ecosystem. And it's not going to stop us from using Instagram or Facebook, or when you land on that app, you understand that this is your domain and this is your ecosystem. And what do you have to do in this ecosystem? Connect with other people of color and create a strong force so that the world will know and read about our stories in a better light. If they're looking for engineers or doctors or professors or whatever, if they say they're not finding enough black people for jobs, all they gotta do, we gotta just send them that link for melanin people and say, we have 25 million black people on this house that are engineers. What are you talking about? This is why we have created the melanin people have. So it's more intentional, it's more conscious, and it's connecting people of color all over the world. Also, it's also going to be able to, the app is going to put us in a place where we can do businesses with people in Africa, in the Caribbean, people of color all over the world. You know, right now I have people on the app that I've never met before, but I saw the kind of videos that they make. And now if you look at most of the videos that we've been using for advertising, these guys made them. I didn't have to go on Fiverr. I put the money back in my community. It might not necessarily be in the people here in America, but I put the money back into the hands of a black man, into the hands of a black woman, into the hands of a person of color, because I want them to also be able to afford a 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLS 450.
And is that the car that you're in right now?
Looks like it.
Yes, and for those who say, wait, the intro is a little different. This is what happens when you put a super ego in front of the mic who comes to work before anybody else and has so much going on in his entrepreneur life and his, just life. I want you to tell people, when you created this app, how much time did it take, and as well expense? Because why, sometimes people don't know why they need to support it, why they need to download it right now Like, how much time and effort did it take in money?
Yeah, for investor purposes, we would not like to start talking about the money dollar about it. And the valuation of the company does not necessarily mean the actual um, dollar figure that you put into the business, especially for technology. But I've been working on this app for 3 years. I don't have a backroom team. So this man right here is the guy who's called the business analyst. Is a guy who's called the scrum master. Is a guy who's called the tester. Is a guy who's writing all the test scripts. This guy right here is the guy that designed the user interface, the user experience. Because why? I do not have the funds to hire professionals that can actually do it. So I had to go on YouTube, on Instagram. I had to go and follow pages and learn every single night and understand how these apps have been made. So I've been doing this alone all by myself for 3 years, including all the Instagram pages, the social media pages, everything you see online, the PR documents that you see on Black Enterprise or any Black website. I've been doing everything all by myself. All right.
You've been doing a good job too.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's extremely challenging. It's extremely difficult, and but when you start seeing the result and you actually see people downloading the app and using it, then you think to yourself, wow, this was actually worth it. And we haven't scratched, we're just scratching the surface right now. So, I mean, it's cost me a lot of hours. I can't even figure out the hours right now. If I have to put it in paper, it's going to be several thousands of hours, right? It's gonna be several thousands of hours. And I also have distributed teams. Sorry. I have distributed teams that I use for some of the app development. And I'll tell you what, when we connected about 3 years ago, almost 4 years now, I started off as a magazine, the Melanin People magazine, remember? And then we did a conference that you were a speaker on that conference, our very first conference for Melanin People. And that was a time when I started working on this app, but I didn't tell anybody about it. But we just released the app on December 1, 2020. Okay, so the app is just like 7 months, 6 months old. It's a baby. But it's gonna change the perception of the world about Black people and people of color. You see, it's gonna change the perception. So that's how much time that I put into it. And so I have to spend, I hire some people for graphic design after doing the user interface and the sketch. So I gotta pay these people. I have to write the test scripts, the user stories. As a business analyst, I'm a certified Scrum Master. So I understand the different stages and development of the software development lifecycle. So that's also helped me in moving the project forward. So being able to manage my developers from different parts of the world. That's why I said I have a distributed team. And before you called me, we were actually having our Scrum meeting online via Skype, trying to work and tweak some of the bugs that we found yesterday, trying to make sure we give our users a wonderful experience while using the app.
I want people to truly understand, like, all that time and hours, because I've put that time in myself, but that can really stop a young man like that who may be single from putting his bride price together. He's put his life on the side so he can get this app together and ready for all of you to enjoy. So how do you manage, having your businesses and then having a personal life? Or do you have a personal life and you're just all business?
I have a wife.
Oh, you have a wife. Okay, so let me take that back. No bride price. No additional bride price.
I have a wife. You see that? I have a wife and I have 3 kids. And so I gotta be a father, I gotta be a husband, and I run another company with over 100 people. So it's you have to be determined, you have to be focused to make this happen. And the stage that the Melanin People app or the Melanin People company is right now, I would say that if we are fully funded like other, other companies that are not white, we should have at least 8 to 10 people working in this company right now, getting paid. Basically means that we should have raised millions in US dollars. At 1,500 users alone, Clubhouse raised about $12 million. You see?
Yeah.
So, and that's 1,000. Right now, we're getting close to over 10,000 users. We have the iOS, we have the Android, and we are on all the social media pages, but we haven't raised a dime. And I think at that point when I heard about Clubhouse, they had about 6 to 8 workers working there. In this one, we only have one person working.
Yeah.
And one person paying all the bills. So that's the difference. That's why we at this point also we need help. The app and the vision is now bigger than what one man can do. And as we as people of color, as we as creatives, we as professionals, we as people that understand the tech industry and the media industry, because this is media. They call it social, but it is media. And that's why companies like Twitter has that kind of power to say, hey, Mr. President, we don't want you right here. We want you to cool it down. They did the same to the president of Nigeria about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
That's why Zuckerberg can come and say, hey, take it easy. He can tell every one of us to take it easy on his platform if we misbehave. That's the power. That's the power. I'm going deep right now, brother. I'm going deep right now. And so when you look at all these other platforms, and I can start naming names, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Skype, you can go ahead, WhatsApp. There's none owned by these Black people.
Yeah.
And millions and millions of people from even Africa use all these platforms. These platforms are incredibly, powerful. Powerful. And that's some of the power that we as Black people, as people of color, that are smart, that are intelligent, that are focused, that are hardworking, we also need to have some of this power.
Amen.
I've seen some other Black apps also that are doing great, but some of it historically have bad UIs, have bad user interface, really, really poor. And why? Not because I don't want to bring out great products, but because we don't have the funds, the money.
So
Think
let's talk
about it.
about the money.
Right now,
Let's
if
talk
I,
about the money.
you know what? If I raise $1 million this money, I would say, Kellen Cash, you want to be our PR director? I can't afford to pay you 200,000 for this year, but I can do a 70 or 80 or a 90. You're gonna take that, and so we can work on it and see what we're gonna do for the next 6 months. I know you will say yes.
Yeah.
Because what we can do in 6 months with $1 million, if we turn that money to Nigerian currency or Ghanaian currency, or we go to South Africa and start putting billboards everywhere in South Africa, in Ghana, in Lesotho, in Brazil, in Jamaica, the app is gonna crash.
Yes. Let me ask you, because somebody who has a company with over 100 employees, many people will say, you've already made it and you should already know those people. And this is a perception, right? Because they say, oh, you're still working? Can you talk about how having one company, just because you have 100 employees doesn't mean that you get to sit down and do nothing. A lot of people cannot understand. You have one successful company, but you might have 2 or 3 struggling companies that are startups. Can you talk about how that money transfer happens for you are how it doesn't happen, because you also have, you know, 3P King and a wife that you have to take care of. So talk about that, please, for those to understand. Just because you win at maybe being a basketball player or a YouTuber, it doesn't mean that everything else is just going to come easy for you.
Yeah, because you know you have to, you know, be focused, number one, and have a financial plan. And one business is different from another business. And the money revenue from the business is different from your own salary. You see, the money that you invest into ETFs is different from the money you're gonna use for a startup. You see, so everything has to be planned. If I'm making my money from YouTube, doesn't mean that all the money that I make from YouTube that I have to go use it and spend it on a new startup that I'm starting. I have a dry cough. Especially, you know, you can't do that. You can't. You have to know what you want to spend money on and how to spend money on. And now let's talk about business. When you have a business you set up as a corporation or LLC and things like that, and you have your own salary from this other business, fine. You can use your salary and spend it on your startup. But you can't go and take all the money from this company and say, I'm gonna put it on this startup.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about it. Even if you have let's say you also want to do real estate and you're investing in real estate, because you have to diversify your portfolio. And then for someone that said, oh, why are you doing this, Melanin People? Why? Because this platform, if by the grace of God is successful, is going to be here when I'm gone.
Amen.
It's going to be here when I'm gone. It's going to be changing lives that is not yet born. You know, the
I
Apple
love it.
CEO, the Apple CEO is gone right now. But do I have an Apple? Yeah, I have one Apple right now. My wife's old Apple that I use. But see,
Yes.
Steve Jobs is still alive, right here.
Now you need the support of the people, and then we also need the venture capitalists or the angels to take a look at this. Right now, you're in Houston. There's over 1 million Nigerians in Houston. What about just flooding that Nigerian market? And of course, the Black American market will come with that, because more and more are tapping into who they were before, you know, slavery, and they're finding out their super ego roots. How has it been trying to tap in and saying to the hair shops or the food places, you know, saying, hey, can I, in the gel-off place, can I put my sign here, or can I put cards here? Has Houston been as supportive, or have you even had the time to do that yet? You know, because of COVID, I know it might be difficult.
Yeah, because of COVID, it's difficult, and of course not. We haven't been able to do that. We want to start doing that too, so we can be focused and get more results. But at the same time, you know, um, something happened to people of color. Something happened to Black people. Something happened to us that inherently, by default, we just feel like whatever the Black man has made is going to be inferior. Whatever the Black man has made is not going to be worth my time.
Hmm.
You
Do you think
see,
that's worldwide, or just here in America and the West?
it's worldwide. There is a problem. Something has happened to us. I don't know what it is, but something happened. Because I met this one guy on Clubhouse, Nigerian American. I think it was born here in California, and it was in DC. He created his own app. It's an audio app in 2017, exactly like Clubhouse. He has created a Clubhouse before Clubhouse created theirs. The guy was in this black room, and the guy was lamenting. The guy felt really bad. I felt really bad for the guy. I downloaded his app. The app looked like Clubhouse, and the, the app was as silent as a graveyard, right? But when our black people see Clubhouse, obviously not made by a black man, and they got money, everybody flocks to it. Millions
But
and millions and millions and millions of people flock to it. Is that guy's app good? I checked out the guy's app. Excellent. Excellent. Why wouldn't we use the app? Something has happened to black people. What happened to us? I don't know. So, and we are easily influenced by, celebrities. How can I get, you know, how can I get a celebrity to use my app or talk about it? That's even a Black American. I need to have money. It's the same marketing strategy that the other people use. They get them on board, they pay them, and they come out and talk about the app. Like right now, do you know that with how powerful we are as Black people, if you have 10 million followers right now, and then you go on your platform and say, hey, guys, I'm just using this new app, Melanin People, for the first time. It's made 100% Black owned, and I just want you guys to check it out. I'm there. I created my platform, and my new music that I'm gonna make is on the platform. So I want you guys to go in there and download the app and follow me on the Melanin People, because that's gonna be the app I'll be using from now on for the most part. That's all we need. That's all we need. I don't think we need the 10 because we can't even our people don't even have that kind of money. And the ones that have that kind of money are not focused on building technology. You see what I mean? So if you're building something 100% Black, and you're looking for investors, and you want to make it in such a way that you just want to be focused, and you just want to let people say that this is what you guys can do. I think it's important to have money. Money is important, no matter, because it gets to a point in time that marketing and advertising is what you need. But I'm also saying that much more than money, if we support one another better, and we love, and that's the culture that I want to create on the app, so that when I see a designer, a designer that can design my clothes, my shoes, or I see a graphic designer, a web designer that I know can do the same job, I don't need to go to Fiverr. I just pay my brother in Atlanta to do a job. And if they get it, they can do the job. I pay them to do the job, and they get it done. If I find someone in Ghana that can do it, I pay them in Ghana right from the app, and they help me do the job. And that means that I'm empowering these people also financially.
let me ask you, the fan base is created by Isaac Hayes III. And, people are saying, what's the difference? Black people built up Clubhouse. Here we have the Black man. I don't know if that was the one you were talking about, referring to, but fan base created by a Black man hasn't got the same evaluation. The thing Clubhouse did very well, how they made it exclusive. They knew who the cool people were. Black people built up Clubhouse because we are the entertainers that built that up, and the business people and techies that built that up to make it look cool, where everybody wanted it. I went out and bought an iPhone that I never had an iPhone just because my neighbor invited me, and he's a prominent person in media. Shout out to Rick Party. Thank you very much for inviting me. And I said, well, let me do it. If Rick said so, let me do it. And so we can do the same thing with Melanin People. This is the problem that I see. And tell me what could be the solution. Because we see people like Nas who are saying, look, I've had all these tech investments. I didn't talk about them. If you do get Black people to say, I want to join. The thing with Black folks are, because you're Black, they're going to say, I can copy that. And I can make my own because I have my own followers and subscribers. Is there a way for them to become partners in Melanin People or early stage investors so they don't feel like they have to go copy and create? Because you see the 4 different churches on a block. You see the 4 different barbershops on a block. And people say, I can do that. So while you're inspiring, you're also getting people to say, let me go do it myself before I support my brother Adi.
Yeah, but the problem with that is, we can all do it ourselves, which is what I've seen other apps also that has been done. But when I try to log in or when I try to log in and trying to use the user interface is bad. And you know that.
Mm-hmm.
The user interface, the font, everything is not good, man. And I'm like, why are you doing this to us? So there is opportunity for people to invest. Right now, I'm the only investor. And that's the beautiful part of it. I'm the only investor in this thing. So there's no other investor. So that's the beautiful part of it is that. It's that. You see? That's the beautiful part of it. And also, I'll probably say I'm an investor in Facebook. I invest in Facebook every single day. A post, a like, a comment, a share on WhatsApp. I've already put in comments and content on WhatsApp already today. I message you on Instagram. We've already done a part of our job for Facebook and Zuckerberg already this morning. And we're still gonna do more. Are we shareholders? No. Are we gonna get paid? No. Are they gonna send us a pencil or an eraser for Christmas? No. A sticker to put on my car to say I'm a Facebook? No. Am I gonna get $1 from Zuckerberg? No. Will I get anything from Clubhouse? No. But this one, you come and invest. If you're NAS, come and invest. I see P. Diddy also talking about stuff like this. I tagged him one time. I say, hey, brother, come and invest. Come and join this gang. Come and get a piece of this pie. Because the influence you can bring on this platform as P. Diddy or as Nas, I can't. What I can do is I build the platform, trying to make it a world-class platform. And as you can see, with the little money that I have, I've been able to do a fantastic job. It's not perfect, but think about it. If I had $100 million, I'm gonna make it the best. With a little thing that I'm gonna make it the best. We're gonna hire the best developer in town, the best engineers in town, the best designers in town, the best marketer in town, the best advertiser in town. All we gotta do is give them this money and say, get it done. But when you don't have that money, you have to do it yourself, which is what I've done from 2018 till now. Try to find a way by all means necessary to get it done by myself. But now it's bigger than what I can do by myself. Now we're building the web app. We've already built iOS and Android. We're working on product development. Now we need money for advertising. We gotta be rolling on all the hip-hop channels on YouTube. We're gonna be rolling on all the reggae pages on Facebook. Hip-hop, pop music, BET. We gotta be rolling on all these different websites that are Black, not just in Africa, not just in the United States, everywhere in the world. And everything I just mentioned right now is called money. Money.
Well, for the venture capitalists who will hear this and say, okay, you need money, no problem. But the thing about the vulture capitalists are a lot of times they want to take over ownership. So how important is it to you to at least be able to keep control? And do you already know how much you're willing to, give based on the amount of money. And I don't want you to give that number now, but like, how important is it for you to hold on to control? Because there's times where people have been kicked out of their own companies because they gave up too much control.
It's important. This is our baby, and when I say our baby, I'm talking about, the people that the app has been created for. So I wouldn't want to talk much on that level, but like I said, we're at a stage where we're open to investors, angel investors, you know, uh, probably venture capitalists, but we're open, and it's important for us to understand that no matter what we do, this is what we have built for us by us, and we want to be proud of it and say that we own this. It's about ownership right now. So if this is going to be one of the successful apps that will be owned by people of color, then we want to be able to say 100% that we own this. And I think with the level of the Black celebrities and Black people that are doing well all over the world, even before we get to venture capitalists, we have more than enough people to take this to the next level. We have more than enough people. We just mentioned about 3 names now that are really powerful, and people in Africa know them. People East Africa, North Africa, West Africa that know these names. You see, even if I mention a Nigerian name right now like Davido, Whiskey, Tiwa Savage, everybody knows these guys. These guys have millions and millions of followers on social media. So I don't think it's about. I always say, in as much as we need the money, well, for Black people, it's really not about the money. Because Black people are drawn towards the celebrities. Whatever they tell them, they endorse, they get on board. You see? So we already have all the people, and all our people already have the creativity and talent. So we don't we really, to be successful as people of color, Black people, I don't think we need the excessive, funds and like our counterpart do, because we have the people, and our people are naturally talented and creative. And when you just said someone told you about Clubhouse, and because you know the guy and the guy is really influential, you bought into it. You see? And when everybody says that Tiffany Adish is on Clubhouse talking tonight, we all went there and listened to her. When everybody says, okay, Franklin is going to say something on this place, we all go there and listen to him. You see what I mean? If someone says, oh, Bishop Jakes is going to have a show on Melanin People tonight that is going to drop his book, or Bishop Jakes says in his church and say, man, I found this new art that is for the culture, for our people, and I just want you guys to follow the church page of this app and let me know what your feedback is, because I love the app and I'm on it and I'm for it. What do you think is going to happen? We have all these people. See, I'm mentioning all these names. We got Oprah. We got Beyonce.
Yeah,
we got Jay-Z. You got all these people. And all these people are also on all the sort of social media platforms that we've mentioned. We got Barack Obama. Everybody using Twitter. At the end of the day, even the population of the Black people working in all these companies, we just don't want to go there. But it is for us, by us. And we have the people to help us. So before even we get to the level of venture capitalists and, like we're going to reach out for the moon, I'm just saying that right here, like at this level, before we get to this level, we got all this cloud around us. We got all these people around us.
Amen. And you guys with a man this busy, you hear the beeping. He's in his car. He took the time. And so I want to make sure I get my signature question out there before he has to dash off. But I want to know, with the success that you're having now and the best is yet to come, what is a community give back that you are doing? And you've mentioned community give backs all throughout this interview, but one that you are doing, maybe that you haven't mentioned, or one that you plan on doing in the future?
So community give back, I'll say right now, my community give back is this application that I'm building for my people. It's taking a lot out of me. You know, if I were to convert this money that I spent on building this app to the currency in Africa where I came from, I don't know what I would have bought. Maybe a whole mall or something. You know, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to build these apps, to pay people in US dollars. It's a lot of money.
Even
So
to
for
pay
me,
yourself.
I haven't paid myself in 3 years working on Melanin People.
Yeah.
I haven't bought a piece of pie with the money that I've made from advertising on the Melanin People app. I haven't bought myself nothing. So I'll say fundamentally that's my give back. But much more than that, when this app becomes successful, we plan to have a percentage of that money back into our community to help develop the educational sector in Black communities, to help build schools, to help send books to these kids, to help them learn more about technology and coding and writing scripts and becoming better people. We plan to spend money in our communities to educate our young people in financial education, how to build up credit, how to save, how to manage the little money you have, how to see that the $15 job you're doing or $16.50 job you're doing is not what God intends for you. That you need to have a strategy and an exit strategy to move from that level to the next level. We have all these things planned out. And I'll tell you what, we're releasing a feature in the app by next month. This feature is gonna, it's called the tokenization. Tokenization and tokenomics of the Melanin People ecosystem. We're gonna be giving you credit for each and every action you make on the app. For example, when you like, we're gonna pay you the MP tokens. When you comment, we're gonna pay you. When you share, we're gonna pay you. When you invite your friends, we're gonna pay you. And you can use the tokens in the ecosystem on the app. For example, if you want to run ads on our platform, to the over 1 million people that's going to be on the platform, or 2 million people, you can exchange those tokens for an advert space. We're going to be working with companies in Africa. We're going to be working with companies for flight companies, the traveling companies, airlines, in such a way that you can use some of the tokens to get discounts on their flight tickets, discounts on hotels. So people want to visit the Caribbean or Jamaica or Africa can exchange some of the tokens via the app for their hotel lodge.
That's major.
This is gonna this is gonna change the face of the ecosystem of the social economics of the Black people.
That is that's a major key right there. You guys, I could go on, but I want to talk before he has to run about some things that have sparked in my mind. You know, the best stuff is always said offline. And
and before you ask that question, I wanted to say that our goal for the tokenization is that in the next 3 to 5 years, if you ever have your tokens on the app, and I can imagine if we have 5 million users, God, let it be. If we have 5 million users on the platform, we can move the tokens to an exchange on the cryptocurrency blockchain, which means that every single time you use the app, you make money. You're not just using the app and just liking. For 10 years, I haven't been paid nothing from Facebook. My God. I haven't got nothing, not even nothing from anything. So, but our ecosystem is gonna be different because we create a lot of music, fashion, entertainment. We're the best, man. We're the best. So I believe that when someone is putting content on there every single time and other people coming to watch and like and share, should get something back for their time because time is money. So as the platform grows, the people on the app will also have, tokens that they can keep to themselves. The investors will also have a share of the token. If we move it to the blockchain, everybody wins. An ecosystem that is going to change the face of economics for the Black people. It's called the Melanin People. We need to intentionally and more consciously come into this space, start creating content, start dropping content that no one can see anywhere on the internet except on this app. And you're going to see that your value as an individual is going to skyrocket. Because every time people come and click on your videos and do stuff, you're going to be earning tokens. Not just ordinary tokens. We're gonna collaborate with companies like Samsung, like LG, and you can exchange these tokens for the TVs, even for some cars. That's the goal, so that you're not just sitting around and using social media for free. It's a job. Anything that takes your time is a job, and someone else is making money from it, millions and billions of money from it. It's a job. And that's what I tell people every time you click on Facebook, you open that app, you're working. You're a certified worker for Facebook. I'm a certified worker for Facebook. I'm not ashamed of it. What else am I gonna use? What else? But do I get paid? No. For my like and shares and everything, I haven't got nothing. So we're coming to change the face of that. And I want all our people to understand how this industry works. Every single time you like, you comment, you share, someone's making money. Making money in a big way. Investors are making money. It's not just social media. It's media with the word social in the front of it. Media. Media contains data. Data is huge. All right, man, I'm gonna stop right there.
That's, guys, like, share, subscribe. It's free to do, and be blessed.
Hi guys, I'm Kai Gabiam from the Diaspora channel, a lover of Africa. If you love Africa as well and you would love to visit one day or to relocate to Africa, there is a course out there for you. And this course is My First Trip to Africa, a course well put together by a seasoned traveler, Kellen Cash Coleman. This course is designed to prepare you to travel better, which will save you both time and money. And the great news is this course costs only $20, guys. It can't get any better. Go right now and enroll to this course at www.diversifiedgame.com. Don't miss out.